On opening day, we made a pledge. We swear we will take part in the Olympic Games in loyal competition, respecting the laws that govern them, for the honor of our country and the glory of sport. Now the trumpet sounded for the last time throughout the stadium, and the moments we hoped would never come were slowly approaching. During the length of the games, the Olympic flame at the altar at the Marathon Gate acted as a shield, an immovable barrier of strength, a link to an ideal that once was, a handshake with a glorious tradition. As we stood and watched the final moments of this drama, the Olympic flame flickering, there was not one among us who was not weeping. For in a moment we would be leaving. This wonderful interlude in our lives would be just a memory. We wept without shame, for I think all of us felt as brothers. The Olympic flame was dying in front of us. The Olympic flag was slowly being lowered from its height, and at this moment, there were no nationalities, or different colors of skin, or different religious beliefs, but rather a natural aristocracy of man, the qualifications of which are talent and virtue. And then we heard the words, our proclaimed closing of the Olympic Games of 1936, and in accordance with tradition, call upon the youth of the world to assemble once more in 4 years in the city of Tokyo, there to celebrate the games of the 12th Olympiad of the modern Olympic era. We are at the altar that held the flame that was our shield throughout the games. This is the Marathon Gate. Etched in the stone for as long as the stadium stands, remain the names of those of us who were fortunate enough to stand on the winner's platform and receive the laurel wreath of victory. I knew them all.
And now it was time to go home. We all of us knew that perhaps we were seeing our newfound friends for the last time. For the war was but 3 years away, and the spirit and comradeship that we loved so much in the Olympic Village would make unnatural enemies of many young people from many nations who had laughed, cried, and broke bread together.
There was much celebration planned for our return. The city of New York greeted us as only that city can. We were met at the boat by friends and family, and the press turned out in full force. We thought we had reached the heights in Berlin, but the thrilling moments were not over.
To you, as American boy, for we are all Americans. We have no auxiliaries in this country. The medal which you so acceptly deserve.
My amateur and Olympic career was now over. But there would be one more moving moment, and I think I'd like to tell you about it. As I rode down Broadway in the ticker tape parade, and as I was waving to the people that stood on the sidewalk that were giving us this tremendous ovation, a bag was thrust into the car. I looked at the bag thinking that it was a sandwich or some food. And after staying overnight, we embarked for the distant city of Cleveland. The bag was almost forgotten. And as we rode on the train, talking about old times, I opened the bag. In the bag was some $10,000. $10,000 to a family that was poor, a family from Alabama. A thought given by people that we did not know. Where it came from, who it came from, we have never found out. But we certainly do know that this money gave a tremendous lift to a son of a sharecropper, fortunate enough to win in the 1936 Olympic Games.
So now I'm back in Berlin again. Time has stood still for me. This stadium, which was untouched by Allied bombing during the war, has memories that fill every corner. The altar that held the Olympic flame, the Chancellor's box, the scoreboard where the victory flags were raised. I wanted to come back myself this time, but especially I remember the year 1951, for it was then that the people of Germany asked me to return.
There were 80,000 people in the stands to witness an athletic exhibition. At halftime, the loudspeaker announcer called out, "Attention, attention." Then he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest runner in the world returns to Berlin." I had many thoughts as I made the symbolic run of victory around the same red cinder track that I'd run so many years before. As I passed each section, there was a bridge to the past.
I passed the platform of champions, where 4 times I stood to receive the gold medal. And what about the oak trees that were given to me to plant? One I gave to the Rhodes High School in Cleveland, Ohio, the city where I spent my youth. One has flourished in the backyard in my mother's home in Cleveland. And one stands among the cherished mementos on All-American Row at Ohio State University, where I spent my college days. And the fourth one, unfortunately, has died.
Now the run was finished. I looked into the stands and everyone was on their feet. Finally, the mayor of West Berlin greeted me. Then he said, "Jesse Owens, 15 years ago, Hitler would not greet you or shake your hand. I will try to make up for it today by taking both of them." He grabbed both hands with much warmth and embraced me. The crowd came forth with a tremendous roar, and the cheers are with me today. For as I said in the beginning, this stadium is its own island in the island city of Berlin. Today, all is quiet and serene. The sounds of the past are in the walls and the archways and the very ground that I'm standing on. For here, time has always stood still.